All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the honor to the apostles that rule well in great millstone. And salutations to the icon of season is true. Before I earn to the city, lift up the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Salaki. So, this is just a quick lesson through the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, touching on love. Love equal weakness, man. And I want to go into this topic because I was watching this show called on Netflix, and it's called 100%. Well, 100. Basically, a group of people came from the sky and came to the ground. But I don't want to go into it. You watch the show on your own. But in this show, I was in the second season, and this girl, this leader told this other basically leader that when you start loving or you care about someone, you become weak. And I understand that because when you love someone, they become a part of you, right? But it clogs up your judgment. It clogs up your decision making, especially if you are chosen to be a leader. So you are put in situations to make a decision and you don't want to because you care about that person or you love that person too much. And I want to touch on that because that decision making is coming soon. Now, we are approaching Jacob's trouble. We are approaching when the enemy is going to come in like a flood. And of course, the Lord said that he's going to lift up a standard. But also it tells you in Revelations that some of us is going to be tried and be put in concentration camps and prison. Actually, let's get that, man. Let's start it off with that. This Revelations 2 and verse 10. It says, "Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you might be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be therefore faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Now, I bring this out because the devil is going to try all tricks, all things that you care about. So imagine you being in this concentration camp. Of course, you would never, like if the spirit upon you, we would never give ourselves up. But imagine when you have your daughter or your son or your mother or your brother or someone that your wife, someone that you dearly care about. So it kind of clogged up your judgment. Now, as men in the Lord, we hope and pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai that we don't get weak in that day. But these thoughts that come into your mind, you know why? Let's bring it out, man. At this second Maccabees, because they did it to us in the ancient days. And it was a mental thing, man. Because when you see someone that you love get tortured, it messes with your brain. It messes with your brain. It make you feel vulnerable. And it make you feel like you need to do something to stop the torturing to something else. But you have to also have a mindset. It's a greater picture, man. And when you have a bigger picture, nothing should cloud up your judgment. But it happens. It happens, man. Because that's just how the flesh works. So this second Maccabees, I believe the 7th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Right. The second Maccabees 7 verse 1. It said, "It come to pass also that 7 brethren, which their mother was taken and compelled by the king against the laws that tasted swine flesh and were tormented with scourge and whips." So here is a family, right, that was taken by the king, which we are in the land of the king of Esau kingdom, man. He's going to taste us. He's going to taste our family, right? Don't matter if you brothers, don't matter if it's your sister, don't matter if it's your daughter or your wife, your kids. Verse 2, but one of them that spoke first said this, what would thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die. And that's the spirit we should be in. Ready to die for Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's why I bring out that Revelations. Because we have to be faithful unto death. No matter what. But love make you weak. Remember that. Love make you weak because it clogged up your judgment, man. It clogged up your judgment. It clogged up your emotions. But hopefully in that day we don't have that emotion, man. Hopefully we ready. Oh, because we ready now. But we can't say in that day. That's why we pray and pray that the Lord put that spirit upon us, man. It say, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. So they was ready to die for Yahweh Shema Shai. So this is a decision that's going to come to you. It's going to ask, are you ready to die? Are you ready to die? Even if your loved ones is tortured, even one that your kids is being tortured, playing with, are you ready to die? And of course the answer is yes. But let's keep going. It say 3. This verse 3. Then the king, being enraged, commanded pots and cauldrons to make hot, which for wit being heated, he commanded to cut off the tongue of him that spared first, and to cut off the uttermost part of his body, and the rest his brother and his mother looked on, man. So imagine looking at your loved ones being tortured. And it's going to come upon a time that you will have that decision making, man. And it's all that first one that have courage, the die first, should comfort you. And that's what this story is going into, man. I'm not going to read it all, but you'll get the point. Keep going. Verse 5. Now, when he was there made and all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in a pan. And they're gonna do all type of tricks, man. Trust me, all type of tricks, man. This the devil. It say, so get prepared. It said, as the burner of the pan was a great space displeased, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying this, the Lord Yahweh look upon us in the truth and have comfort us, as Moses in the psalm, which witnesses to their face, declared, saying, he shall be comfort in his servants. So when the first was dead, after this number, they brought the second to make him a marking stock. And when they had put off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, would thou eat before thou punishment throughout every member of their body, man? And that's what they're going to ask us. Would you take that chip? Would you take that Maxine, man? For your daughter or your son or your brother? Not to get punished? That's the decision that we're going to have to make, man. That's why love make you weak. Love is weakness, man. Because, hey, of course, we love our family. Of course, we love our kids. Of course. But we have to be numb to everything when it comes down to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It's a greater picture. It's a greater mission. It's a greater mission, man. Remember, the Lord said we take that chip, we going to get destroyed regardless. So we're in a lose-lose battle regardless. But we in a win battle because guess what? The Lord is going to intervene. The Lord is going to deliver us, man. Even if it's into death. They say precious is the sights of the death of his saints. Death of the saints, man. That's why the scripture tell you in First Esdras, man, that many men go out their wits for love. Love make you weak, man. Especially when it come down to a woman. Or when it come down to family. And I learned this the hard way, man, because it hit me last night. I was watching this show and I realized, like, this is really the truth. This is the truth, man. And if you have attachments, the Lord is going to start taking those things away from you, man. If you care about them more than you care about the Lord, and he wants you to make it, and you being his children, and his man, his disciple, he's going to start turning things around so that you can see the bigger picture, man. And sometimes we in the flesh, sometimes we get clogged up, man. Some men learn this earlier than older, man. But we all have to get in that mindset that love make you weak. So stay focused on the mission. Don't fall in love with things in this world. Don't fall in love with the things in this world. Salakia. Don't fall in love with none of these things, man. And I'm not saying I don't love my kids, but I can't in this world, man, because it would get me killed. It would get me destroyed, man. And I don't want to be destroyed. I want to have a legacy. I want my kids to be out this hellhole, man. Be saved. But let's keep going. It say verse 8, but he answering his own language said, no, whether he also received the next torment in order as the form did. And when he was at the last grip, he said, there was a fiery task of the present life, but the king of the world shall rise up, who had died for his laws, even to Yahweh everlasting life, man. And that's the spirit of a soldier, man. Knowing that the Lord is going to come back and revenge us. We're going to get our revenge. So we have to believe in that, man. And it's just one story. I can keep going. But you can just think about Abraham, man. Abraham had to sacrifice his own son. You think Abraham didn't love his son? Isaac, man? Yes, he did, man. But for the better and greater mission for the father of all fathers, man. That's the mindset we should have, man. Remember these stories. Remember those things, because that day is approaching fast, man. That day when we have to make a decision making for Yahweh Shema Shai is approaching fast, man. So gird up your loins as a man and get prepared, men and women, man, because you have to be ready to die for Yahweh Shema Shai. So with that, that's just a quick lesson through the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostle that ruled well, the great millstone. Until next time, I want to say, Shalom. Babal, babal.